COVID-19 pandemic has significantly changed many aspects of our day-to-day lives, including retail and the economy. Large chains have been some of the worst hit, with massive drops in income, some stores closing permanently, and many employees being furloughed and made redundant. But what about small businesses? I've come to Parkview in Whitley Bay, home to a wide variety of small businesses, to see how a shop and cafe have adapted over the last 12 months, and the good, the bad, and the getting by of how it's gone.
My name's Chrissy Welsh. I'm a part owner of Kitten Cafe with my partner and head chef Eve Jones and her dad Alan Jones. Kitten was originally set up as like a coffee and kitchen in Whitley Bay, and it was initially the idea was for somewhere which sold good, hearty food with unusual sort of modern menus. Over the pandemic, we initially closed for 3 months. And that's when we didn't have any trading time. We decided to go to click and collect, so it was just me and her working, and we had bags set up on the counters around her, and people would order online and just order ready-made stuff like granola, sauces, grill at home Reubens.
Was it hard getting used to the reduced number of staff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the time we had 14 staff on the books, and all of them were furloughed. It was different. In some aspects it was quite nice and easy just to be me and her. We knew exactly what we're doing because we lived together obviously and we're partners, so it was in one sense easier, but it was also, we missed being at work with all my friends and my staff who were here, so developing new roles within the business was quite a new thing for her, but we've managed and it's been alright, to be fair. We've slowly introduced days into the week of where people could come and get takeaways, and obviously with the changing needs in the pandemic, I suppose the businesses went to a takeaway. The menu completely changed. It was a bit easier to prep, so there was a lot more sandwiches on there. A lot of the classics were also brought over, like the French toast and the Aussie and the shakshuka, which is a little bit easier to eat out of a box. Hopefully now we're slowly getting back to what we're meant to do, which was a sitting cafe, I should say. The demand for takeaway is definitely there now, and going forward, hopefully when we can have people come sit back in the cafe, like we will still offer a takeaway in some form. But I think people are a lot more understanding that we're a family-run business, and you know, you can see the exterior of it, like on the Instagram, you know, like Eve runs that, there's someone behind it. And I am most looking forward to having people come sit in the cafe, on seats, on tables, have everyone in and out, have that buzz back to it, have regulars coming in, have new people coming in, and actually plating food up on plates and not in boxes is quite a big thing. Like, I'm looking forward to the visuals of that. So just having everyone come back into the cafe, probably, I'm really looking forward to that.
According to a 2021 study by Barclaycard Payments, 64% of the population shopped closer to home during the pandemic, and shops also spent an extra 63% at specialist food and drink stores in February 2021. 9 in 10 Brits who shopped locally during the pandemic said they would continue to do so as restrictions ease, showing a bright future for small businesses, like this one.
My name's Maggie Cousins and I'm the owner of Just Canny. Just Canny is, I call it Home to Independent Makers, and I'm a maker myself. So it's a collection of makers that I've curated, and they're all based in the UK. A lot of them are local northeast and northern makers, but the ones that aren't, as I say, they're all in the UK, and they're either a one-person or a two-person small creative business. I opened in the middle of the pandemic on the 1st of August, and I've actually been closed longer than I've been open. So I've had to adapt to click and collect. I opted for speed because things happen quite quickly, not to go or build a website because it's very time consuming, and a lot of the items in here are one-offs, so it's not necessarily appropriate or geared up for a website. I went via social media, Instagram and Facebook. I was already on social media when I opened the shop, and obviously followers grow over time. Because people didn't have anything to do really, I would come every day and open the shutters, and essentially I couldn't put the entire shop in the window, but I put as much as I could in the window to represent everybody in here. And I think a lot more people discovered the shop because they were out and about walking, because they couldn't do anything else. I know it's hard to think about good things because it's been so disruptive to businesses and everyone's lives. But I think, as I say, a lot of people discovered the shop that wouldn't have done. It's given me time, I suppose, because when the shop was open it was very busy. It's given me time to do things in the shop. It has been challenging to keep the business running during shutdown, for sure, particularly as it's a new business. And I'm new, I only moved up a week before the first lockdown. So, I mean, for other things that I suppose have been interesting, not particularly directly for the shop, but customers sharing their stories when they've come to collect. And also one of the makers in here got made redundant, took up silversmithing, and now has completely changed his life. And I've heard that story from a couple of customers. So in a way, pandemic's given some people a chance to stop and breathe and think. My background's design, and I've owned design businesses, and I've been through recessions. So I'm used to adapting to things. There is always something around the corner that we don't know is coming that will be challenging to our lives. I'm looking forward to having an opening party, which I couldn't have because of all the restrictions. So I think when we're fully open, if we're on track for that plan, I'd like to have a nice big sort of evening party for customers and makers.
As we've seen, small independent businesses have had to adapt and innovate to survive through the past 12 months. All of the signs show that these independent businesses are now in a position to thrive as lockdown eases. We don't know yet if people will return to their pre-pandemic shopping habits, but from my own and other research, the future of small high street shopping seems bright.